Hi guys, and welcome to this next episode of Ad Review. This one we're gonna have another 3 new ads as the usual. This is the second episode, but you know what I mean. I'm not the guy in the video. I'm not this good looking, but it's a nice footage I found. So let's go quickly to what we usually review. If you need more information, there's a link, not necessarily in the bio, maybe it's on the description, maybe it's on the comments, with a longer explanation on how I chose these ads and how is this criteria made. So not that much to say, just like, is this not a paid advertised review? I don't do any political controversial or branding. On this specific one, might be, if any of these become a norm, I'll review it. And the most important thing is the bottom one here, that these are made for the internet. So they're not TV ads or anything like that. Again, there's more information on a link down there on a longer video if you really want to know how I did this methodology. So let's start watching ad number 1 for today. And this is Jeff.
So if you're trying to start an online business or grow the business that you already have and you're sick of chasing after the latest, hottest thing, it's like every month, every week, something hot comes up, something new. There's the new trend to chase. If you're sick of that and you want something that works, that's been proven, well, let's talk about proof. Let's talk about a matter of public record, verifiable public record. My name's Jeff Walker. I've been teaching people how to start and grow their online businesses for over 20 years now. I've got tens of thousands of students that have had amazing successes. I've got hundreds of case studies. And I also have a domain name that you can go check. I first registered in 2005. My name is literally trademarked with the US federal government. So if you look at my name, Jeff Walker, you can go track this down online. It's been trademarked for over 10 years as someone who teaches online business and marketing. Product Launch Formula, my primary course, is the longest running, continually updated training on business building, on online business building in existence, period. My PLF Live event, that workshop, the longest running, continually running live event in the industry. All these are a matter of public record. And I just tell you that because I'm not just another pop-up guru. I can show you how to launch. And I've got a new training called The Countdown to Launch. It's my most concise training. It's done over 3 days, but it's only about an hour a day. And I'm going to show you the 3 simple steps to launch in this current environment that we're in right now. Click the link below. Join me in Countdown to Launch. It's going to be awesome.
And there is the information we wanted to hear at the very, very, very end. Let's go through the checklist first. So, length, clarity, and subtitles. This is a 3 no's. Length is definitely too long. He's talking a lot about his own brand. If it would be a branding ad, this would work, but he's trying to sell a course and he doesn't go into that until like the very last seconds. So this could be definitely a shorter ad. Now, this doesn't mean that longer ads are bad. Maybe he's running a shorter version of this, like he's just testing it, could be. Clarity, it's not very clear what he's selling. I mean, it's not clear that until the very end. He's talking about this like IP, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna get my name IP if I follow you. But then he's just telling you how to grow your business, which is what he says at the beginning. But then he goes in this loop, and we'll talk more about it later. Last one, subtitles. He doesn't have any subtitles. He doesn't have any visual cues. So if I have my audio off, I wouldn't be able to know what he's saying. He could be telling me a nighttime story for all I care. It's not really clear, or like it is not helping. So let's talk about the quality of storytelling, clarity, and compelling narrative. I don't think he has a great loop on, from where he starts to where he ends. It's not really getting anywhere, but he does sell his own brand. Like we're clear now that he is a recognized person and, his profession and everything. So there's some of it, but not for what he's selling. So he's gonna have 2 stars for that. And let's go to the next one, which is exclusivity, originality, and initiative. And we see a lot of content like this every day. At least I see a lot of content these days like this. Is not really, it's the narrative, or not the narrative, but the actual way of presenting this information is not original. I'm not gonna remember this ad tomorrow. I'm gonna remember it because I made a review, but if I would have seen it with the amount of other ads we see every day, it's not gonna stick out. So it's gonna be only 1 star. Sorry, Jeff, but this one, it's you're not very different from all the other ads that are out there. Last but not least, the footage. And this, just a quick reminder, this doesn't mean that the more expensive your equipment is, you're gonna get higher stars. This just means if you're using everything that I can see as, a resource for making your ad impactful. Audio-wise, I think it's good. He has a lavalier microphone, and it's one of the few people I've seen that he's actually using it the way it's supposed to be used. Like on the shirt, a lot of people just like hold it next to their faces, and it's a little too, it's too much. It's too much. The audio sounds very crappy. I'm not an audio technician, but I just know that, it's a lot of people have bad audio, and it's one of the least complicated things to fix. But he has got that. Then he's shooting and editing. He's only doing a selfie. It sounds a little like he's in maybe like a closed space because there's some echo. It's not terrible, that thing, but the background is clearly it's not his house. Otherwise, he has like a huge it's like a 4 meter long 4 meter tall chimney or something, but no, it's a virtual background. So if you're going to use a virtual background, you can just change to anything you want. And even during the video, you can change it. You can have your slides on the back of the video if you want, or whatever other thing. Like it's very easy to switch that, or even you switch it to another default one to change a little bit of variety on the video. So no editing, it's only 1 shot. I know because I make my audios the same way, so I know it's hard to edit, but if you're gonna put money into, if this would be an ad, I would definitely cut it. But since it's just a video, I'm not gonna do it. So Jeff, you get 1 star on the footage as well. Let's go for ad number 2. I'm not gonna make a summary of each because it's gonna take too long. Ad number 2.
I'll show you how I went from being a burnout doctor, overworked and underpaid, to making over $3 million of passive income in last year alone, to replace my clinical income, spend more time with my family, and enjoy life on my own terms. More than that, I've been able to help 800 doctors, dentists, chiropractors, and other health experts turn their expertise into a 6-7 figure income while helping more people around the world. This is unique, this is new, and nobody else is doing this. And it's a huge underserved market valued at over $350 billion in 2022. And the only people to take advantage of this are health professionals like you and me. So if you want to learn more about how you can help people without sacrificing your time for money, all you have to do is click the button down below and you'll go to a page that looks exactly like this. All you have to do is enter your information to get access to this masterclass immediately and start applying this to start generating passive income today. Click the button down below and
all right, this is Dr. Chester, and already I guess as you can infer on the checklist, he has 2 out of 3. So lengthwise, he's selling a very niche service. It's for medical professionals, and it's on his own story, and you need to explain this, so you need at least a minute. I know that ads are supposed to be short, but if you're gonna have to explain all of this, you need to have a lot longer. But it felt shorter than the previous one. I'm not comparing them in between that much, but it's just more, I think this was a lot more important information relevant to what the audience is talking about than just talking about himself, even though he speaks about himself a little too much. So that's one clarity. He doesn't get it because he goes in this like my story, and then there's all these numbers, and I don't know why. Like, I know it's kind of a trend, or maybe they read it somewhere about, show how big the industry is and how many numbers you have, but it doesn't really mean much to me. Like, oh, there's so many billion people, like billions out there for you. And like, yeah, but how, like, tell me more, like, and these numbers, what if it's 60 million or 1 billion? It doesn't matter, Subtitles, he does have subtitles, but he has visual cues, which it counts. Quality of storytelling, clarity, and compelling narrative. He gets 3 stars because it is okay. He explains at least the whole thing, kind of like, convincing me. It's fine. Exclusivity, originality, and initiative. Only 2 stars. The thing is, it's again the same format. I'm making this story about me, and all the ads look kind of like this nowadays, especially with this content creator, like not content creator, but like that you're selling a course, like course selling, or something like that. So it just feels like any other ad. The only thing that sticks out, but that's because it's very specific, is for doctors and nurses, but that's why he gets an extra star, because he was dressed as a doctor in some parts. And then impact of the footage, audio, shooting, and editing. This one, he has editing, and the audio is not perfect though. The audio, he switches from having his iPhone audio to like a studio, and for some reason the studio one doesn't sound great either, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the video compression, because this is going directly to audio and he has to lower I don't know exactly where is that, but the fact that it made me distracted from what he was actually selling, it's a fail. And editing, there's a lot of editing involved. He like shows 2 things on the screen sometimes. Sometimes it's not correct what he's saying to this, so it's a little bit off, but it's still fine. So he gets 3 stars on this. Let's go to ad number 3.
Are you looking for a way to diversify your income and make more money? Getting into real estate by renting out properties on Airbnb is a great way to get started. Our Airbnb course is designed to help people like you to get into the industry in the most efficient way possible to maximize cash flow from the start. So whether you're interested in putting your current properties on Airbnb, buying new properties to put on Airbnb, or getting into rental arbitrage where you rent properties with permission from another owner to Airbnb them, we've got you covered across all of those options. Our experienced instructors will guide you through every step of the process so you can start making money efficiently the right way from the beginning. Watch our free training video by clicking the link below. It's about an hour where I speak about some of the stuff I've just told you about. And then at the end, you can either buy the course that I'm selling, or you can have a go at doing it yourself.
So I think for the list in this case, he also selling a niche product. So niche that is someone that has an extra property. So I think that discards like 98% of the world or something. But he has to go into detail on many specifics. So I think it's fine, the amount of time he takes to explain this. Clarity, he is very clear that it's a course. Maybe he doesn't start as strong, but it's a lot more concise on the benefits I'm gonna get and all of this. So it feels a lot more clear on what he's saying. He's not talking too much about how he's validating himself on this. And he has subtitles. He stops them for some reason sometimes on the transitions, but it's not a big deal. So he gets 3 out of the 3 checklist items. Now let's go to quality of storytelling, clarity, and narrative. I think he starts, as I mentioned before, he starts a bit weak. He goes into like a little bit of the benefits and he backpedals, and is not really, I mean, he's not like selling it from the beginning right away. It's not super terrible, but again, it's not super like, I don't know, maybe it's also like the amount of information he's giving out, how technical this is not that compelling. So just the benefits that he mentions, I think is good enough, but that still gives him 3 stars. I mean, he's very clear in the end how many hours this is, what type of course, etc., etc., etc. So last but not least, the exclusivity, originality, and initiative. He gets 2.5 stars. This is because it's, again, he's only doing, like, it's not that exclusive what he's selling in some way. I mean, it's exclusive, the product is exclusive, but the way he's presenting it is not original. You know, this looks like any other video. If you switch the audio to any of the other ones, you wouldn't know which one is which. So, except the doctor one. But like, it's not really original. And last but not least, impact of the footage, audio shooting and editing. Some of these things I know are intercorrelated with each other, but in this case, the audio it's okay. He's using I don't know if it's a lavalier microphone or it's some other type of microphone, but he has it like too close to his mouth. I don't even know if there was music there, but it didn't seem to be music there. The editing, it passes, but it's still like he's just using whatever he's saying and to put it on the editing. So it's like, oh, money, and there's a picture of money, and then it's a checklist, and there's a picture of checklist. I know that sometimes that's the easiest way to do it if you're gonna make a lot of ads, but I don't know. It's not perfect editing that it would impact me in the sense that, again, he has a background. You know, he also has a background. He could be changing that to something more interesting to catch my attention. Even with some of the things he shows, like, oh, it's Airbnb, but then he can't show really the logo. So it's just like this mobile thing, like just exclude that, you know, just add something in the back that makes more sense. And you don't need a lot more techniques because of the things you're doing right now already. So it's only 1.5 stars for that. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know if you're guys enjoying this. I enjoy doing them, so that's what matters to me. But yeah, this is the link if you need more information. And I don't want to say this, but I'm just gonna add this here. You know, you can leave stuff in the comments. If you subscribe, great. If not, it's also great. If it's the only one you're gonna watch, is great. I know this is a very specific thing, but I enjoy doing it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it.